just said you thought that, and you talk about how optimistic you are. You've seen no change in the consumer at all in terms of what they're buying. I mean, we've had conversations over the years where you said, you know what, actually, I see people going from bigger screen TVs to smaller TVs and other things like that. Is there no shift right now in terms of what the consumer's doing?
I'd say not a lot in the last. I mean, there's over the last couple of years, off and on, as we've talked about, customers have gotten more careful. And they're whenever they can trade down on price, they do. Wherever they can find a bargain, they do. We've seen significant growth on discretionary
I don't
items,
trade,
but not at the growth rate we typically see as people have just been careful. And so that trend has continued. But as I said, we haven't seen meaningful impact yet from all the noise around
but are you
tariffs.
Thinking there is? I mean,
Core CPI.
I think Walmart around guidance. You heard Delta talking about how they
let it play out.
That we're, I don't know if it's a slowdown, but not going to grow as fast.
Till them open it.
Warner Brothers, I
let
think
it play out
a little bit about advertising. I know you're in the advertising business. What does this feel
because
like?
it's so volatile,
I
especially
completely understand why they may, companies are
today
nervous right now, and
it's
so early, you don't know. But the worry, of course,
volatile
when you have things like tariffs, is that it'll create macro issues where it depresses demand or it drives inflation. But we just haven't seen it yet.
Have you either been in Washington yourself or had your team watching talking to this administration about all of this?
We talk to the administration all the time.
And what are you telling them?
We talk about a broad number of issues with the administration all the time, and so we share with them.
But yeah, there is nothing now to go over with, to be honest with you, because there is actually some alerts that are popping. So I have alerts set up. Certain alerts that's set up on my chart, and I use these alerts as an indication that there is certain news in the market. See, this live is playing out good as far as quality. How is the volume, man? How is see how the audio test. The audio is good. See how the audio is looking. Oh, and excellent. It's showing excellent and healthy. we're gonna just I'm waiting for the New York Open so we can get that open together. So this is a live market reaction on today's news. I'm just checking on the channel, making sure that the stream is right, the quality is good. We are making sure that is the quality good. Seems like it's a good quality. That URL. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Guys, let me know if the audio is good. So I'm just doing some tweaks, tweaking the audio, making sure everything is good. Making sure that it is good to go. Let's go. So again, I don't like to entertain any trades unless if the previous session has been taken out. That's most likely. what I prefer to do. We got London session, got New York, Asia. So London took Asia, the low Asia out, and now New York is still just opened, right? 8 a.m. with some CPIs. CPIs didn't push the price, didn't do anything. Didn't move it the way that it is typically moved. Market already did a huge move yesterday to the upside, created this huge gap to after the news announced that the tariffs is paused for 90 days, so that created huge gap here. Of course, took the previous day out, took these highs out. Like I said before, I like to simplify it to make it more clean. I can actually get it cleaner here too. That's probably cleaner setup view. You see almost 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes away from the open. We'll see how the market will open today. On Thursday, is here. Previous session. This previous session high. This previous day too. This is the previous session low. Again, simplifying these charts to make it easy. Make it easy to read and to understand. That click here. Let's see. Oof. $30 minutes till the market open. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna start doing my best to try to stream live. I have more time to set everything up, so we can focus on market. Focus on the market. But yeah, these 90 days that we're gonna have now, they're gonna be very interesting to see how the market is gonna react. But it is volatile because uncertainty in the market is there, so it's uncertain, right? It's been very challenging. I've heard a lot of traders blow their accounts too. So you always have to do proper risk management. You do not have to trade every day. That's the key. You know, when you trade, and this is for the traders that have been trading for a long time. A very tough market. With the uncertainty, with the volatility, you know, risk management is the key. To have proper risk management. You know, I keep my eye on the news too, making sure that we're not missing anything. I usually stayed away from being alerted in the news all the time because it plays with your emotions, it plays with your but now you have to, because it's not fair, or not fair, it's not smart to not know what's going on. You know, it's not smart to not know, because the price will move in a very aggressive way that you'll be, well, what just happened? So you have to be alerted. You have to know what's going on. There's a lot of news sources that you can follow. CNBC is one of the major ones, I guess. So you can stay alerted with what's going on. You know, in this channel, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, right? I guess if you're a profitable trader and your strategy is working and everything is good, here we're just sharing knowledge, right? We're passing information, like passing keys and learning too. You know, I'm learning all the time. You know, the moment that you think that, oh, I know everything, this is the time when you're gonna start taking L's more. And so you got to stay humble. Staying humble is the key. Always learning, right? Always be open to new ideas, new strategies. If your setup is working, don't try to change it, right? If you feel like there is growth or there is deficiencies that you need to work on to make sure that you grow, right, and you learn, this is the key for success. Is you always want to learn, man. Always want to learn something new. You always want to prove yourself and growth. You don't want to be just exactly the way that you are all the time. 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes out for the New York Open. So for what I can do, I don't know if you can. I was trying to get this stream because we have the 8:30 news CPI, so I can cover all that probably in the future. I will just go live before the open, close to the opening. Let's say probably 15 minutes. But yeah, the way that I'm simplifying trade for me is in a way that I have alerts set up in my indicators that I use, that I'm comfortable using. They help me, it's just using the indicators, the AI, the algorithm that's out there, that it can make your trading journey as simple and as efficient, because I don't want to worry about other things. So this is the way that I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable in trading this way. If there is a trade that I see, I would take it. If there is a trade that it will make sense, we will take it. There is not a certain time that's preferred. I always trade the chart, right? Trade the chart that's what I recommend. To trade what you see. Trade the chart. See what US 30 is doing. Same thing, same. US 30, the Dow didn't sweep London at the open, so so I can explain what I'm talking about. By having the sessions set up this way, I'm aware of a previous session. If it's swept or to the upside or to the downside, you can see it, right? You can visualize it. So these sessions, they're set up in certain time frames, in certain time zones. Then it will help understanding where the price is headed in certain session, and if it swept the previous session or if it didn't sweep it, right? It's ideal to take the trades after the previous session is swept. This is where it will start making more sense and you minimize the risk of getting stopped out, because what's happening sometimes, most of the times the market will fake people out, and it will build a pattern, a candle pattern, that the retail traders, they would think that, okay, well, this is a bullish pattern, or this is a bearish pattern, and they will make a judgment of a buy or taking a long or taking a short early, and then the institutional guys will push the price, take them out, and then we'll move the same direction. So, and typically those moves, they happen before the session is swept. So if the previous session didn't get swept, the odds for your, so it's not like it will work. And this is the crazy part with the manipulation. It doesn't happen all the time. So there is times that the candle formation pattern will form and it will work for you, but it doesn't work all the time. And in trading, staying consistent is the key. You have to stay consistent, right? And to minimize the stoppages. Nobody is immune to getting stopped out. The full immunity, the full protection, the full guard that, oh, I'm winning 100% of my trades, this doesn't exist. You know, there is a difference between you winning 30% of your trades, then you're winning 50% of your trades, then 60, then 65, then 70. And the other key is the actual trade win and the actual trade loss. Did you lose 5% on that trade, and when you win a 10%er? Or like that plays a part too, because you know, taking a couple small L's and a big W, the big W will you ended up being at the end of the day profitable. Looking at it this way, it will help you understand the proper risk management. The ideal trades, they happen after the previous session is swept. The premier trades, the diamond ones, they happen after the previous day's swept. The daddy trades, they happen with the previous week is swept. By understanding the market moves, they sweep the previous to get liquidity, because there is a lot of stop orders will be placed on those highs or lows, which is they call the buy side, the sell side, whatever the term that you call it, or whatever you think it should be proper, the term for it, it doesn't matter. What matters if price moves and you know, okay, or you can predict the price move and you can ride the wave, ride the short wave or ride the long wave and take your profits and just move on. And you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to. Volatile days, stay away from it. You know, practice all the time your strategy. few traders that they do put their like charts out live and for execution. The trade that I did a couple of days ago, that was a live market move on TradingView. And this is speaking of the fraud and the scam and the manipulators and these guys that join my classes. I'm a millionaire and I'm gonna sell you a $3,000 class. Listen, why would you, if you're making all that money? Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to make enough money to have financial freedom. That's the reason why. And if you're a 9-to-5 worker, that you're trying to be free, because we want to travel, we wanted to enjoy life, you wanted to not be in the rat race. So the rat race bothers. So would you have the check, you're not gonna rat race it. So let's say you won the lottery. The lottery's millions of dollars, right? It depends on which country you're from, and you won the lottery. You're not gonna go start and sell courses. How to keep buying lottery tickets. So like I want it and I want to. Why would you do that? Life is too short. And the people when they claim that they're making all these millions of dollars, they're not gonna be sitting editing shit or trying to spend all that time to mentor people how to make more money and sell you courses and sell you. And it's crazy, like, you know, they keep doing this and they check these young cats that when they see their rent lifestyle or fake lifestyle, or they probably got the check from somewhere else and they use it as a fun or for viewers and for clout and for all that. Like, even, you know, if you were born rich, right, if you got the check and you're successful doing whatever, not trading, right, they keep selling these courses. Because listen, man, if you have a $20 million wallet and you trade, and this is no cap, right? If you have a $20 million wallet and you trade a regulated broker, regulated, that you can sign up with it at TradingView, because TradingView, you cannot manipulate the trades. You can bar replay trades. That's bar replay is different, right? It's spottable. I can go bar replay and spot it. It's easy to spot a bar replay, right? Bar replay is easy. This is live. So this is exactly, if it's a live account or if it's a paper account, which is a demo account, right? But this is a live execution. So if I take a buy or I take a sell or I take a long or I take a short, this is a live, different than bar replay. Bar replay is like this. I can show you what bar replay look like. You can bar replay the market easy. You can go any date, select dates, right? Go to a date that the market. Example, if you want to bar replay my Thursday trade, this is what happened on was it Thursday? I think so, the 8th. No, sorry, not Thursday, Tuesday. So you can bar replay. See, you can go to the bar and select certain time, and that's what they do when they record these videos. I'm trying to expose everything here. This is not that's what they do, man. It's crazy, right? And then they will go ahead and have it move in a certain time and a certain you can select the time frame and you can play the trade, and they know, and they will go ahead and show you, oh, well, and you can place a buy and a sell, and their video is zoomed in this area. They don't show you the other things. They don't show you all that stuff, right? So that's the only thing that you can do with trading view, like as far as bar replay, but meta traders, the MT4s and the MT5s and those they because they can buy servers, right? They can buy a server. You can't do that on TradingView. You cannot get go call one of these brokers, tell them, hey, I'm gonna buy a phony. It cannot be done. I have not heard about any server that you can manipulate using TradingView platform trading live, but you can do it on the MT4s and the MT5s. That's what they do. And they will show you, oh, my MT4, my MT5 got all these. I stopped because I trade on TradingView. I don't trade on and the MTs and all that stuff. That's for me, like, unless if you have to, right? If your broker is not allowing you to do it, I'm not saying you can't be profitable when it's not real. No, there is real accounts, but I'm talking about the manipulators out there, the guys that they will show, like I have these, like when they open the meta trade, the MT4s and MT5, and it will tell you, oh, look at my trades. I gotta see, this is live, and they will be scrolling. It will show a live account. You can buy these servers. So anybody is gonna show me a MT4, MT5 live account, that's cap. If they're selling courses, that's cap. I'm not saying if they're selling courses, you can cap it. Let's do this. And if you can, why won't you trade on TradingView? There is a TradingView app. It's better execution, easier to put stop loss, take profits. It's amazing platform. It's amazing platform. And this is how you spot the cappers. The way that you spot the guys that they have fake trades, and they show it as a demo on MetaTrader. You can do it in MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. So you can cap, right? But when you trade using TradingView live trading, like, an example, you can do paper, which is a demo account. And that's what I recommend if you're a beginner and you wanted to trade, or you were trying to use a demo account to trade. That's how you practice. You have to practice in a demo account. You don't want to deposit your hard-earned money on a live account and you don't know what's going on. You place a trade in the wrong spot, the previous session didn't get swept, the institutional guys will take you out. So this is how you be taken out. I'm speaking facts, and I have no cap, right? I don't need anything. I don't need to sell courses. I'm not here to sell my sauce, right? I'm just sharing my sauce, not sharing like I'm going over it. I have certain because I've learned from my mistakes, and I took L's, and that's not it's not easy. It's tough. Trading stuff to put you in different places, different zones, different spots in life. So you have to have thick skin. But going back to the manipulators and these guys that they sell courses and sell signals, it's sad to see the youngsters and those new generation guys that they don't know, they fall in these traps and their lives, that they probably made a lot of money on subscriptions, that they do have a nice watch, and they do have a nice car, and they do have a nice timepiece or whatever, because of the subscriptions that they sell. Like, there's crazy numbers out there. I've heard about. I've seen people spending crazy money to join their classes, so they know a little bit about trading, and they cherry pick trades, and they use these servers on the meta forums that they will make it as it's a live account, and they show trades and they manipulate trades. There's a plenty of videos on YouTube that there is guys that actually what they do is they expose those guys. Do your due diligence, do your research, always inspect what you expect, right? Make sure you don't fall on these you know, fake guys try to sell you the sizzle. Because yeah, you know, if your check is heavy like this, they're claiming big checks. I made $1 million and whatever. Like, if you're making all that check, man, and you're just online editing videos and going through classes, like if I'm making all that money the way that they're claiming, and if you like literally like to travel and be outside, you don't have time to fucking sit down as members that, hey, pay me so I can give you the sauce. Like, you know, you're probably, unless if you will have like a VIP team that's been around you for a long time, 3, 4, 5 guys that y'all trade together, and that's it. A very tight group that you know, that's it. But you're not gonna have 300 people that you're gonna go ahead and teach, because that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of time for you to spend as a claimed zillionaire, right? That's a lot of time for you to spend to not enjoy the check that you're getting, that you're claiming that you're getting the check. You know, you're claiming that you're making millions of dollars a trade. So rather you would rather just keep sitting on trying to when are you gonna trade? Because first you gotta trade. So because you have a sauce, right? You gotta sit and trade. When are you gonna take a trade? If you're just spending all that time mentoring, when are you gonna take a trade? You know, I'm not. For me, it will work because I would take a trade right now if I see it. They don't do that because they don't trade. They don't trade live action in case if it's demo or a paid account or a live account. I'm talking about both accounts, demo or live. The market will move the same. It's not gonna be, if you have a known regulated broker that it's signed, because TradingView is not gonna list fake traders out there for you to have fake money and show that it is live and traded. I haven't heard about that. If there is a thing on TradingView that you can buy ghost server, I have not heard, because TradingView, they don't play games. They tell you, hey, there is a bar replay, you can replay. The replay is easy to spot because you can't replay the way that it is. The price is moving now, right? I have a watch list that I have, right? So my watch list that I do watch, I pay for live data, so I have live data here too. So this is a actual data. So with those ghost accounts, you're not gonna have all these details. Market is opening in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So yeah, watching the Dow. We're gonna see if we're gonna take a trade today or not, man. I don't know if we're gonna take an L or we're gonna take a W, right? Let's see, market 20 seconds. How is the market's gonna react today? Well, London didn't like it. London didn't like it. We can tell that London didn't like it, right? London session did not like what happened yesterday. So the Dow dropped 600 points. That the bullish push yesterday, it was probably a news push. Just that's what it was. It was a news push. London session right here, we can tell the London session was like, okay, try to carry some bullish momentum to communicate with Asia up there, to manipulate Asia, right? It couldn't manipulate Asia, and then it pushed the price down. New York doesn't look any promising. Tech companies, they're not looking any healthier as far as data goes. This is the data, live data. Man. Like that. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Yep. Activate a couple of things here. Let's activate. So it's on the screen now. I don't want to put everything out there. It's just taking it easy. Those are auto blocks that was created with gaps, certain gaps in the market with certain push. So it is a bearish push, we can tell, because there's a lot of reds on the screen. And there are a lot of reds here. Jesus. But At New York, it's still, look at New York, what New York is doing, right? New York, it's still kind of undecisive now in the first 5 minutes of the open. This is the first 5-minute candle. On US 30, the 5-minute candle took took London low. So yeah, a lot of reds. They all want me to keep this data up. Yeah, there is a lot of traders doing this, right? Yeah. No, there is not. And if there is, good for them. This is, I'm just showing my setup for now. This setup makes me understand the market and understand trading better, simplify it. I understand it now. Like I explained before, you know, knowing, believing in the in your setup, it's good, right? When you have a when you believe in that certain setup, so you can hold your TP, like the previous video, the AK video. I held the trade and in a volatile condition because the price, it is most likely taking the, so now look at it, New York took London out. New York took London out. So there is a huge gap, right? And the market loves to see gaps too. Look at this huge gap here. This gap was created yesterday's news event push. And the price most likely will be headed to that gap. Most likely will be headed to the gap to fill it, to seek liquidity. Now New York AM swept London low, swept London low. What is this? This second 5 minutes, so we're 9 minutes in. And for those little Shosh signals that I have on my screen, those are you know, I trade market shifts, right? The Shosh is change of character. Change of character is a potential for trend reversal. So again, the Shosh is a possible trend reversal, and that's what's forming as we speak. That's simple. That's it. So we have a change reversal Shosh is created the close of the 5-minute candle. That's an indication that the market is shifting and reversing from the upside to the downside. So this is a bearish Shosh or a bearish change of character. So since the London session was swept, to trade the reversal, you will be looking at a bullish Shosh to be formed, like this one here, after the sweep. And this is where you reversal trade the market, reverse trade the market. And these indicators for the reversal, they're crucial because when they pop automatically, you can execute the trades efficiently and you can enter a good entry because the market, especially at the open, will move very aggressively. At the first 30 minutes of the open, it's recommended. It depends on the way that you trade. It depends on where the chart is, where the price is. So the price here, it wasn't in a position that you can go ahead and enter. The price was in the upside, and the Shosh was probably formed from the upside. You can probably enter after the previous session is swept to target the downside or target the previous session low. If it's the opposite way, but here what we're doing is the New York open, and then now at the opening, we're what, almost 15 minutes in, London low was swept, was taken out. The other thing is there was a huge gap that was created here, like I said. So, and if you notice, there is these levels, the discount, the equilibrium, and the premium was drawn automatic. We don't need to worry about keep drawing stuff. So that's where I focus on the actual market move, if it's going to the upside or the downside, rather than focusing on drawing stuff. But if I'm no disrespect for the people that they they know how to draw the things and draw the patterns and know where that's you can do it the way that you want. You can have your background white, you can have your background, and the white colors doesn't go good with my vision, so it works with me, right? I think that this is a cleaner for me, right? So I'm used to it. I can look at it in a clean way. It doesn't bother me. So I have my candle color in blue and white because I don't want to see red candle and a green candle. Probably a cleaner way so you can target the actual market reversal or shift. You have to be patient. You know, there is a difference between the change of character and the break of structure, right? What are these guys talking about now? I feel like when the screen is white, it blows. It shows a lot of noise. Now, it seems like the price is moving the algorithm is working to push the price up, because this data, does not mean nothing, but it's good to know where you're at now, where the price is pushing, right? It's a bearish market. It's a bearish trend, right? I don't sometimes like to have it like example, if we're taking a short after a sweep was taken care of on the upside, you can, when this will give you more confirmation so you can ride the short swing. But if you're swinging to the upside, it's tough for you to keep staring at market that's all going down and you are buying against the market. It's just tough. It's not recommended unless if you know what you're doing. But it is tough, man. It's tough to ride a reversal trend staring at a bearish Tesla and Amazon and Microsoft and Meta and Nvidia. Dang. It's these guys been down. They've been kicked down, like, again, $1.6 trillion in 2 days was swept, was taken out. $1.6 trillion. You need to know numbers too. You need to know the difference between a million and a billion. This is not talk about the trillion, but you need to know the difference between a million and a billion. You know, running around, oh, this guy is a billionaire, right? This guy's like, you know, this B and a million, billion. You need to know the difference, man. You know, in years, right? The billion in seconds, right? In seconds, the billion. Let's start with the million. So guess what? How many years in a million second? I need to start doing those questionnaires. I need to start doing those in the comments. How many years in a million seconds? Right? That's the difference between a million and a billion. That's what I'm trying to get to, right? If you know, put in a comment there. There's not a lot of, but we're gonna start doing those comments and to keep this channel right more interactive with people, with the content. But it's crazy that a million second is 11 days, right? The billion second, and this is when the guys, oh, he's a billionaire, he's a million. This is, you need to know the difference between a million and a billion. The billion second is 33 years. If the 1 million second is 11 days, the 1 billion second is 33 years. So that's the difference between a billion and a million. The trillion is the next level. The market lost $1.6 trillion in 2 days. It was a Friday, Saturday, last week. So you gotta see reds, right? You gotta see the reds. You got to, yeah, like this is, it's not gonna be, and even with yesterday's positive, let's say positive news, the market reacted like, oh, yep, finally we're gonna go ahead and because the market's tired of seeing the reds, the sell-offs. They're tired. Nobody wants to keep seeing that. Nobody wants to keep watching recession fears, and who wants to see this? Unless if they're haters or if they have different agendas, but nobody wants to see all that. We were so happy, you know, market was so happy yesterday that with the news, and it's come back. It's amazing comeback. Amazing comeback. Look at it. Look at this comeback. This is New York PM, right? So New York, I have them set up in 2 sessions, right? This is the afternoon session. New York opened healthy, and then this is when, at what time was that? At 1:15, sorry, 1:15. Boom, took the previous session, previous day high. This is the session that we have, and I have session set up in my chart to make the chart clean and easy, and it's automatic. Get your shit, get your session set up, get it, make it, so make yourself you know, like, make it easy. I'm trying to get this, make it more fun and easy to look at and more visually appealing, so it can help me making decisions if I'm taking a long or taking a short, if I'm buying or if I'm selling. And you know, for these guys that out there that trying to buy, purchase courses, or seeing people with a fancy lifestyle and fancy cars and stuff like that they bought from money that they made, or money they made from courses, previous courses, or anything like this, and they keep pushing this for the new generation or the new guys, because the guys that the real traders out there that they trade, regulated brokers, that they use TradingView platform to trade. Most of them. I'm not saying that using MetaTrader is if you're legit, but because there is a potential of ghost servers, or the Meta MT4s and MT5 and these funded accounts. Oh my god, it's crazy because there's potential of that. So stay away from that. If you can trade with TradingView and have real data, real-time data, I would focus on TradingView. Get your broker set up with a TradingView. I'm very comfortable with trading. I've started, of course, we came on the MetaTrader one before the TradingView start. Now it's more visual. Execute trades beautifully. It have a lot of tools and indicators like the ones that I have in the screen that it helps populate things, sessions automatically. You can get those indicators, right? Buy these indicators, purchase them, whatever. There is free ones, there is paid ones, this is not a bad investment because you're not, but the bad investment is to go get a $3,000, $4,000 whatever dollar course from a guy that's all what he does. He's selling these courses and he's claiming all the money. Like, this is the thing. If these guys would say, okay, well, we're transparent. Yeah, we make the check. We pass in the knowledge that we know. We don't win all the time. Let's say we win 60% of our trades and we blow 40. And hey, y'all want to join us? Pay us, right, for the hard work that we do, so you can help us keep passing these information. If that's what they're doing, I don't have a problem with this. I don't. Like, that's they're trying to eat. They're transparent. You show the losses before you show the wins, right? You show the W before you show the win. You show, oh man, hey, I'm trading this on a paper trading account, right? The trades that I did, go read the description. If I'm gonna post a trade here with money and it's $1 million trade, read the description, please, because I have a disclaimer there. Because I'm transparent. Because I don't need to. It's spottable. People, they're not idiots. You can't just keep getting these, and it's all about the character and how if you were taught the right way growing up or not, right? But just you can make the check from other things, like, but unfortunately these guys, they don't win 60%. They don't win 57% of these trades. They don't win. They're getting taken out more than they get in win. So it's hard for them to come say, hey man, yeah, get my courses. I'm being taken out more than I've been getting. Like, it's not the profitable. If you do 51%, then you lose. Like, you're profitable with the 1%, but the 1% is not. It depends, right? What is your cost of living? If it doesn't cost you, if you live for free and your expenses is paid in life, and you are a 1% profit trader, you're 50% below an account and 1%, so you're 51% profitable. And everything is paid, and like, honestly, it's tough, but to say, okay, we can say that as profitable, like the term, yes, because you made 1% of the but that doesn't mean that it's the way, because it depends on what life and the situations that you're in. My life is your life is all paid in full. Do you have zillions in the bank accounts? But in this real life, it's very tough to live in 1% profit of a 50. Unless if you're, so you have to get to the north of the 65s, 60, get that consistently. And so if that's the case, and then try and get to the, what do I need to do to move from 60 to 63% to 66% to 67% to 70? Why stop there, right? Why stop there? So watch these cameras out there, man. This is wild. It's wild. It's crazy. Try to focus on people that they have the transparency, right? The content is, we don't want to, you know, it's easy now to spot those things. Like, they try their best. They pay people to manipulate things. They pay servers on the meta traders. Again, you can't do it on the metas, the ghost ones and all that. Do your research. Go online, man. They got exposed, all of them. So you don't need to just listen from me. Just go do your thing. That's what I do. You know, I did my due diligence. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research. Trust you. Trust yourself. Right? So that's what we do here, man. BraveFX, man. This is what I do. I try to, you know, keep it real. Keep it 100. 100. Try to keep it real, keep it fun. You know what I'm saying? You know, New York AM took London. Now it's taking it. Now I'm gonna see it's 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. So the sweep side is not showing any potential of trades. To trade a change of character is the ideal way. To trade a break of structure is a very risky way, especially these market conditions, and especially my prime trade is to trade in indices like the S&P 500 or the Dow, the US 30, because the break of structure is continuation of a trend. That's what the break structure is. Change of character is, this is when the reversal, it shifts, it's a market shift. A break of structure is continuation of the change of character. So for people that's confused out there, that they don't know the difference between the change of character and the break of structure, that first change of character forms first, and then after the change of character forms, then the break of structure forms after. So it's a SHOSH, then a BOS. If that makes sense. So it's a SHOSH, then a BOS. Example. A SHOSH, change of character, form to the downside. And then a break of structure will form after the change of character. If that makes sense. Like if I activate it so I'm gonna activate that break of structure. I'll show you here. See? Crazy. This is a break of structure. See, it's forming after the change of character. So that's the difference between a break of structure. So example here, change of character, then the break structure formed, break structure, change of character, break structure, change of character, SHOSH, the break structure. It's a break of structure is the continuation of the trend. Trying to pass a lot of sauce in this video, man. Trying to pass a lot of sauce. So seems like no trade today on this live. I'm gonna give it a little bit. No trade. So what I'm waiting on, I don't want to trade the short side of this unless if these guys taken out. So I would wait till the price to take those guys out before the short, and that might not happen till New York PM session. Takes time, right? Takes hours for them to. That's the ideal way of the trade today. After when these guys taken out, because if the algorithm push the price, which is the institutional guys gonna go take London, they don't have to. It's a potential of, if they push and they took them, then that's the A part of the let's say the trick, and then there is the B part of the trick to sweep the previous day or the previous session. So there is two levels of sweeps. There is those guys going to be taken out, and there is those guys might be taken out. It's not a definite takeout. The ideal way, the gold way, let's say, of trading that, or let's say gold way of trading it, the ideal way, or the platinum way of trading that, I'm not gonna say gold thinking I'm not trading gold, the ideal way of the complete sweep trade is if the previous session and the previous day has been swept. If the previous session is taken out and the previous day is taken out, then a change of character, which is a market shift reversal, if that formed, then the market potentially it's gonna go take the sweep to the downside if those guys was swept first. In this day, the London didn't take Asia out from the upside, so it took it from the downside. New York kept the same trend too. 10:30 probably, like, if there is times for it, but if the and the volume problem is the volume is going bearish now, like the data is bearish. So in the bearish data that's already been pushed from, like, look at the formation of Asia, London, and New York, right? Because Asia expanded, right? The London didn't manipulate Asia. Manipulation is when you take them from the downside and the upside. This is when you manipulate the previous session, right? So because sometimes I will be talking that, like, I do this every day, but I need to take a step back. So Asia expanded. After Asia expands, then London, what it did it manipulate Asia? Did it take it from the downside and the upside? No. London just took Asia from the downside, so it expanded to the downside too. Then where is the manipulation in this market? Do we have to have a manipulation, or it's going to be just expansion or distribution or expansion, right? There is not the sessions did not manipulate each other yet from past Asia, right? Asia, I don't trade Asia session, and London, it depends. But we look at it, we're looking at London. London did not manipulate Asia. There's no manipulation there. These sessions, these guys didn't get swept. So New York AM or New York session does New York is gonna manipulate London? Is there gonna be a manipulation today, or this price based on the tariffs and based on market conditions? That's where this is not a normal market condition. What we are trading now, it's not normal. The trade that I took here, this trade, this is what happened on that trade. So Asia expanded, London did not sweep Asia. New York then New York kept moving to the direction of the trend. And then after the previous session is taken out, a change of character, a reversal was formed. And then based on that change of character, I predict that this price, because the price was here, it's gonna take London out. It took London, it took Asia, and it took previous New York PM. But because I didn't want to hold the trade for it's the craziest times now. We have a president that can tweet right now. We're doing 1,000,000% tariffs on everybody. Boom. We're not doing tariffs. But so that's the reason why I took that trade. Watch my videos, guys. The trade is the 8K trade. The 8K trade was taken when New York AM swept the London in the session. The session was taken out. London was taken out. I took the trade after the sweep. And that's 8K video. It's in my, go watch it. And I've traded that on live, not a bar replay, nothing. It was live. And I took the trade, and in my video I said that, hey, I am not touching the trade after the change of character when it's formed after the previous session was swept. It swept it, bam. It swept the previous session. It swept the session highs, which is this is the session high. That's why I have these drawn here, right? And then it took those. Swept everybody. And then a change of character, a shosh was formed using the indicators that I use to make trading simple and easy. It's to make it easy. So as soon as I saw that, and I know that the previous was all taken out, I took the short. And my stop loss was a 2K stop loss, and it was an 8K profit, 2,300, 8,300. So it was a 6K swing. I did not touch a stop loss. I moved it to break even while the trade is going, and it was a 4K profit when I moved it to break even, just to protect the trade, because it is a volatile market. And that's what I recommend. Put a good hefty stop loss, drop your leverage down. You don't need to over leverage. Put a good stop loss, and then when the price is moving the way that it is, that you're predicting that it's going, right, move it to break even, because you never know. A tweet can change the whole thing. These candles they don't care about your stop loss. It's gonna take you out, right? So that's what happened in that trade, right? And I was confident that it will be taken out. Watch my video. I'm actually explaining exactly what happened on that trade, guys. This is how I took it. And in this scenario here, today's scenario is different, right? Because the session, it's not swept yet. These guys still there. New York, it's continuing the expansion to the downside after. It's too early in the market too. It's still 10:15. You don't know what's going to happen 10:30 now, with more volume. But again, we're trading very super bearish in the live data. That is not a day that I can be comfortable taking a trade now. So that being said, at this moment, I'm not taking the trade unless there is an indication of a very solid indication for a reversal. Yes, London is swept. So if a change of character is going to start forming to the upside, if a shosh is going to form, which is change of character is going to form in the upside after the London sweep, and it's positive that the market might go and take London out. That will be the tightest TP that you can do is focusing on London, and then the session will be taken after that, right? The session This is if there is a reversal, but if the price is pushing, if these guys right here is not cooperating, like let's look at US 30. Yeah, Goldman Sachs minus 25. This is where you're gonna place a buy here. And if you want to buy in or taking long in this market on a change of character reversal, even like the only way this will might entertain it if the full session is swept to the downside. So if you wait till the session is taken out, because here to take a trade from here to here, you're just you're gambling. The odds for you to getting stopped out, because taking a trade here, you're out. To take a short, predicting that because New York, there is the New York did not manipulate London. It's an expansion to the downside, expansion to the downside, expansion to the downside. Can that move go? Yeah, boom. It can keep expanding till it takes the previous session low. Then here, if there is enough time in the market, because this is what happened. Time is very crucial in the daily timing. So if let's say if there is two candles, prop now took it, and it's still 11 o'clock, and so you have enough time for the market to come back, because you gotta time it. You gotta give these guys time for them to come back. Are they gonna come back at New York PM session? Which is those times are crucial too. But then when you start going past unless if there is a crazy indication past 3 o'clock. And there is sometimes it will wait. The market will go take you to the 3 o'clock and go down here. And at 3:30, the sweep activated. The retail guys, bam, they will go take the session high, the full session. And it might not happen too, because it depends on what's the time of the algorithm to go take these guys out. So timing is crucial. Nobody knows. Nobody has because you're only predicting it, and you're using the tools, being patient to predict that, okay, it's going to be a session sweep or it's not going to be a session sweep, right? So these are the sessions. It's not all the time 100%. There is nothing, it can go either way. You just need to wait for the right prime entry, and to wait for the prime entry, you have to be patient. You don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every hour. You don't need to wake up in the morning, oh, okay, it's opening right now, I gotta go ahead and trade because I saw somebody online in a Lamborghini, right? That he rented. Don't do that to yourself. You will blow your account. I'm giving you the sauce. Don't be following these guys on social media and thinking, oh, well, if I don't trade every day, when am I gonna get that Lamborghini? If I don't trade every day, they're scammers. You go to their website, they will show you manipulating things because data. Unless these guys gonna do a live trade on a live account, open their account, open it, see if it's live account or not, right? I did not claim that the 8K was in the live account. It was in a paper account, guys. I have it in my disclaimer. I put it in my read my description. When I trade live in this screen, I'm gonna put disclaimer, this is a live account. If I'm trading paper account, I'm gonna put a disclaimer, this is a paper account. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm a transparent trader. I'm not gonna bullshit anybody. I have this banner here, so the banner looks good. It's not to hide anything, man. It's here on paper account. That's the 8K trade right here. I don't need to hide anything. That's the 8K trade that is right here. So account balance is 18 Rex on a paper trading. And I have it in my disclaimer. When I trade my live, I will show my live wins. I don't need to cap. I don't need to lie, right? So this is me, transparent guy. Be careful, because this is what they do. These guys that you follow on Instagram and you follow, and they're flashing their Lamborghinis and they're living in they're not showing you the real data, man. They're not. They're using these MT4 ghost servers to show that it is a live account, which is you cannot do in trading view. I probably said it a lot in this video because I'm trying to, because it's pissing me off. It's pissed me off when these youngsters blow their money. They don't know what they're doing. Is there money that you can make in trading? Yes. Can you be profitable? Yes. Can you be? Yes. When you have a solid strategy and you understand the way that the market moves, yes, you can make money and you can be profitable. 100%. It's not a scam system. The scam guys, these are the guys that they're, you know, flashing their lifestyle and they're asking you for money. To go, why would you ask me for money, man? You're just claiming that you did $1 million trade. And you know, the crazy part is, you know, the benefit of trading, it can be, why stop there? Why spend that million? So if you have $1 million, if you made $1 million in a trade, so your wallet now it's $1.7 million, over leverage that since you're solid with your strategy, wait for it and flip it to 100 mil. Why stop there? Because the million is not no money now. Comparing with the million is a new what? They say the million is a new what? 10K or 200? Like, you know, the million and the billion. Why not make it be a billionaire? If you have a very successful, consistent $1 million trade in a day, why won't you flip it to $1 billion? Be the first billion trader and post it, open trading view, sign up with your regulated broker. You don't need to mention the regulated broker. Sign up with your things, do all that, and do $1 billion trade. So you can be the first trader that do a $1 billion trade on a AUD CAD or JPY, whatever, Forex. I didn't trade Forex. I traded Forex, but I don't trade Forex anymore. I'm focused on my indices. And that's what I do now. You know, focus on your pairs. If you're a Forex trader, if you understand that pair, go back test, focus on it, back test it in different market condition. Use the random bar so you don't trick yourself. You can do random bar so it takes you randomly, and start practicing your trades in certain months, days, time frames, and do it. Because the price, there is nothing, you practice, and then when you're solid, when you feel like your strategy, it is working, and you eliminate the days that you're taking L's, and you're eliminating the days that you're not gonna win, just trade the days that there is a potential for you to win. And these days that not a good day to trade, don't trade it. And always trade the chart, believe in yourself, always learning, man. Stay humble. It seems like there's not a trade that's gonna happen today. If there is a trade that I will take, I will record it, same setup in the live setup, and then I will post it. For now, take care, guys, and we will see you next time.